Hello students, this is second part of numericals from the chapter Kinetic Theory of Gases and Radiation. In last video, we have solved some numericals from board book. Today we are going to solve remaining examples from board book. Important formulae which we are going to use today are: number 1, emissive power of perfectly black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. This is Stefan-Boltzmann law of radiation. We know that every body radiates heat energy in the form of electromagnetic waves, and every body has its own emissive power. That emissive power of perfectly black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. This is first formula which we are going to use in today's numericals. Second, this emissive power is nothing but quantity of radiant energy emitted per unit area per unit time. So this second formula is nothing but Stefan's law of radiation. First and second formula is same, because in first formula this RB is emissive power. That emissive power is nothing but quantity of radiant energy Q emitted per unit area per unit time is equal to sigma T raised to 4. Sigma is a constant of proportionality which is called as Stefan's constant. Its value will be given to us in examples. Then rate of loss of heat is equal to A sigma T raised to 4 minus T naught raised to 4, where A is area of body emitting energy, sigma is Stefan's constant, T is absolute temperature of body, and T naught is temperature of surrounding. This is rate of loss of heat, means rate of radiation minus rate of absorption. That will be net rate of loss of heat. Next formula is lambda max equal to B upon T. This is Wien's displacement law. We know that emissive power depends on temperature, and emissive power is maximum for a particular wavelength. That wavelength is called as maximum wavelength. That maximum wavelength is inversely proportional to temperature, and we get this relation lambda max equal to B upon T. B is a constant called as Wien's constant. That constant, its value will also be given to you in exam. So let's start the examples now. Example number 11, because in last video we have solved 10 examples. So this is example number 11. This is also example from board book. What is that example? Calculate the energy radiated in 1 minute by a black body of surface area 100 centimeter square when it is maintained at 227 degrees Celsius. It is very simple example. Write down given quantities. What are given quantities? First of all, time is given, because we have to calculate energy radiated in 1 minute. So time is 1 minute, but always take time in second, because SI unit of time is second. So 1 minute means 60 seconds. Second quantity is area of body, black body, that is given 100 centimeter square. Convert that in meter square. This will be 10 raised to minus 2 meter square. How? Because when we convert centimeter in meter, we have to multiply by 10 raised to minus 2. But when you convert centimeter square in meter square, you have to multiply by 10 raised to minus 4. Then how 10 raised to minus 2 here? Because when you convert this centimeter square in meter square, you multiply this by 10 raised to minus 4. But this 100 is 10 raised to 2. So 100 means 10 raised to 2. And centimeter square is converted in meter square, that is 10 raised to minus 4. 10 raised to 2 and 10 raised to minus 4, that will be 10 raised to minus 2 meter square. Then temperature of body is given, that is 227 degrees Celsius, but that is given in degrees Celsius. We have to convert that in Kelvin. So 227 plus 273, that will be 500 Kelvin. and that is written as 5 into 10 raised to 2 because it will be easy to take its fourth power if we write this 500 as 5 into 10 raised to 2. So I have written that 5 into 10 raised to 2 instead of 500. I have written that as 5 into 10 raised to 2. We have to find Q, quantity of heat energy radiated. It is very simple example. We know Stephen Boltzmann's law of radiation is RB is directly proportional to T raised to 4. RB is emissive power of perfectly black body, but that emissive power is quantity of heat emitted per unit area per unit time, and this proportionality sign is replaced by equality sign with constant of proportionality, that is sigma, Stephen's constant. From this we can write Q equal to A T sigma T raised to 4. Now all values are given. A given, small t 60 second, that is given. Sigma is a constant, that is also constant, that is not given here, but remember that constant will be given to you in exam. And keeping all these values, we get this step. A is 10 raised to minus 2, time t is 60 second, that is given here. And remember, sigma is 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 SI unit. This value will be given to you in exam. And T, temperature is 5 into 10 raised to 2. But here it is T raised to 4, means 5 into 10 raised to 2 raised to 4. So solve this. We get 5 raised to 4 will be 625. And 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 means 2 into 4, that is 8. And multiplication of this 60 into 5.67 will be this 340.2. This 10 raised to minus 8 and 10 raised to minus 2 will be 10 raised to minus 10. After doing these calculations, we get final answer as 2126 joule. Don't forget to write unit of that quantity. Here quantity is heat and SI, unit of heat energy, is joule. This is final answer. This is answer of example number 11. Now let's go to next example number 12. What is that example number 12? Read that example carefully. Energy is emitted from a hole in an electric furnace at the rate of 20 watt when the temperature of furnace is 727 degrees Celsius. What is the area of hole? Take Stephen's constant sigma to be 5.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 joule second inverse meter raised to minus 2 K raised to minus 4, means joule per second per meter square per Kelvin raised to 4. So write down given quantities first. What are given quantities? Number 1, rate of radiation is given. Rate of radiation, that is also called as power of radiation, that is quantity of heat energy emitted per unit time, and that is 20 watt. Watt is unit of power. Power is work upon time. Work upon time, and unit of power is watt. So watt is taken here. That is also called as quantity of heat energy emitted per unit time. So Q upon T is given. Second quantity, that is temperature, 727 degrees Celsius, but we have to convert that in Kelvin. 727 plus 273, that will be 1000 Kelvin. We can write that as 10 raised to 3 Kelvin because it will be easy if we take its fourth power. So 10 raised to 3 is convenient for us. Then sigma is given 5.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 joule per second per meter square per degree Kelvin raised to 4. Actual value of sigma is 5.67, but sometimes they give the value as 5.7 into 10 raised to minus 8. Whatever they give, we have to take that value. We have to find out area. So it is simple example, the same formula which we used in earlier example. Emissive power of perfectly black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. but this emissive power is quantity of radiant energy, means heat energy emitted per unit area per unit time. By rearranging this equation, we get formula for area equal to Q upon T sigma T raised to 4. After rearranging this step, we get this. Now all quantities are known. Q upon T is given here, 20 watt. Sigma is given. This is that sigma given here. Temperature T is given, 10 raised to 3. So substitute all values and now do the calculations. After doing calculations, we get this step here, 10 raised to 3 raised to 4. So power of power. So this 3 and 4, they are multiplied. So 3 into 4, that will be 12. So 10 raised to minus 8 and 10 raised to 12, that will be 10 raised to 4. This 10 raised to 4 taken in numerator, that will be 10 raised to minus 4. Now divide this 20 by 5.7. So this 10 raised to 4 is taken in numerator, that becomes 10 raised to minus 4. 20 upon 5.7, that will be 3.5. 10 raised to minus 4 as it is. So this is final answer, area. We have to find area and we have calculated that area, that is 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 4, and SI unit of area is meter square. So this is answer of example number 12. Now the next example number 13. All these examples are from board book. The emissive power of a sphere of area 0.02 meter square is 0.5 kilocalorie per second per meter square. What is the amount of heat radiated by spherical surface in 20 seconds? Again, simple example. Write down given quantities. Area is given here, 0.02 meter square. So first quantity is area, 0.02 meter square. Then emissive power is given, 0.5 kilocalorie per second per meter square. Sometimes they take unit as joule per second per meter square. Sometimes they take kilocalorie, because heat can be measured in kilocalorie also, but actual SI unit of heat is joule, but calorie or kilocalorie can be used. Then time is given, 20 seconds. We have to find out heat energy emitted in this 20 seconds. Same formula which we have used in earlier two examples. Emissive power is quantity of radiant energy emitted per unit area per unit time. So from that we can write Q equal to RAT. Now all quantities are given. R is given, 0.5 kilocalorie per second per meter square. Area is given, time is given. Put all these values, do these calculations, and finally you get answer 0.2 kilocalorie. Remember here unit, we have written unit of heat as kilocalorie because here emissive power is given in kilocalorie. If that emissive power was given in joule, then this final answer will be also in joule. But as they have given emissive power in kilocalorie, so here we have taken unit of heat kilocalorie. If this was given in calorie, then we would have written that final answer in calorie. Now the next example number 14. What is that example number 14? Read that example carefully. Compare the rates of emission of heat by a black body maintained at 727 degrees Celsius and at 227 degrees Celsius. If the black bodies are surrounded by an enclosure at 27 degrees Celsius, what would be the ratio of their rates of loss of heat? So we have to compare the rate of emission of heat by black body. To compare means to find their ratios. So what are given quantities? Write down given data first. Temperature of first body is 727 degrees Celsius, that is in Kelvin will be 1000 Kelvin. Actually there are no two bodies, there is a single body, but that body is kept at two different temperatures. Initially that body is kept at 1000 Kelvin and then it is kept at another temperature, that is 227 degrees Celsius, means 500 Kelvin, and then we have to compare, means we have to find out the ratio of radiations. Compare means to find their ratios. So initial temperature is 1000 Kelvin, that is 10 into 10 raised to 2 Kelvin, and final temperature is 227 degrees Celsius, that is 500 Kelvin. We can write that 500 as 5 into 10 raised to 2. It will be easy for us to take fourth power if we write this 1000 as 10 into 10 raised to 2 and 500 as 5 into 10 raised to 2. Temperature of surrounding is 27 degrees Celsius, that is 300 Kelvin. We have to find out the rate of loss of heat. Actually here we have to calculate two answers. First is we have to compare rates of emission, means rate of radiation, and in second part we have to find ratio of their rates of loss of heat. So in first part, to find rate of emission means heat energy radiated only. We don't have to take into account heat energy absorbed. Now how to find the first answer? We know emissivity power of perfectly black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. This is Stephen's law of radiation. But emissivity power is quantity of radiant energy emitted per unit area per unit time, that will be directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. But as body is same, therefore area is constant, therefore Q upon T is directly proportional to fourth power. This is nothing but rate of radiation. In rate of radiation we take only heat energy emitted. Heat energy absorbed by the body is not considered here. But in rate of loss of heat we will take into account both heat energy radiated per second minus heat energy absorbed per second. So from that we can write, just like when we know A is directly proportional to B, we write A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. Similarly Q upon T is directly proportional to T raised to 4, means Q upon T1 upon Q upon T2 equal to T1 upon T2 raised to 4, because this term is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. Now T1 is given 10 into 10 raised to 2, T2 is 5 into 10 raised to 2 raised to 4. This 10 raised to 2 will get cancelled. So 10 upon 5 raised to 4, 10 upon 5 means 2 upon 1 raised to 4, 2 raised to 4 means 16, 1 raised to 4 is 1, so 16 is to 1. This is answer. This is the ratio of rate of emission of a body at temperature T1 and T2. So this is answer of first part. Now how to find the answer of second part? Ratio of rate of loss of heats. Now see this second part. So we know rate of loss of heat is given by A sigma T raised to 4 minus T naught raised to 4, where A is area of each body. Actually there is a single body, so area is constant, sigma is the Stephen's constant which is also constant, T is temperature of body and T naught is temperature of surrounding. Initially the first temperature of body is T1, so initial rate of loss of heat will be dQ1 equal to A sigma T raised to 4 minus T naught raised to 4. Say this is equation 1. Now when the body is kept at another temperature T2, then rate of loss of heat will be dQ2 equal to A sigma T2 raised to 4 minus T naught raised to 4. As body is same, A is same, sigma is the same for all bodies, and surrounding is same, so T naught is same, only temperature of body changed. Initially it was T1 1000 Kelvin, finally it was T2 500 Kelvin. Now divide equation 1 by equation 2. So if we divide equation 1 by equation 2, A sigma will get cancelled, we get this step. Now all the values are known to us. T1 is given, T naught is given, T2 is given. Substitute these values, we get this step. From that, now we have got this step. We have got this step. Now how to solve this? Take fourth power of this bracket first. So it will be 10 raised to 4. So 10 raised to 4 will be 10,000, and 10 raised to 2 raised to 4, that will be 10 raised to 8. 3 raised to 4. Take 3 raised to 4 separately and 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 separately. That 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 will be 10 raised to 8. Here in every bracket you will see the common term 10 raised to 2 raised to 4. Its fourth power 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 will be 10 raised to 8. We get this next step. How? This 10 raised to 4 means 10,000. This 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 means 10 raised to 8. 3 raised to 4 means 81. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, 4 times 81. This 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 means 10 raised to 8. This 5 raised to 4 means 625. 5 raised to 4 means 5 into 5, 4 times. This 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 means 10 raised to 8. Again this 3 into 10 raised to 4 means 81, and this 10 raised to 2 raised to 4 means 10 raised to 8. Now you can take 10 raised to 8 common, and that will get cancelled. So next step will be 10,000 minus 81 upon 625 minus 81, because this 10 raised to 8 is taken common in numerator as well as in denominator, which get cancels. So we get this step. 10,000 minus 81 upon 625 minus 81. From that we get this 9919 upon 544. Divide this 9919 by 544 and we get final answer as 18.23:1. So this was example number 14. Now let's go to example number 15. Read that example number 15 carefully. Earth's mean temperature can be assumed to be 280 Kelvin. How will the curve of black body radiation look like for this temperature? Find out lambda max. In which part of the electromagnetic spectrum does this value lie? Now, what are given quantities? Given quantities are, first of all, temperature is given 280 Kelvin, and this Wien's constant B is given. Actually that is not given in this example, but it will be given to you in example. Always remember this. B is Wien's constant 2.897 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter Kelvin. Meter is unit of wavelength and Kelvin is unit of temperature. We have to find lambda max. So Wien's displacement law, very simple. Lambda max equal to B upon T. B is given, T is given. Substitute the values, divide this by 280 and you get final answer as lambda max equal to 1.013 into 10 raised to minus 5 meter. So this is answer. Maximum wavelength is 1.013 into 10 raised to minus 5 meter. Now how this curve will look like, for that you refer one video, that is spectrum of black body radiation, in which that curve is explained in detail. I will not give that curve here. You can refer or you can see that video. Spectrum distribution of black body radiation, spectral distribution of black body radiation. Now this value lies in microwave region, because this wavelength lies in microwave region. So here they asked us in which part of electromagnetic spectrum does this value lie, whether it lies in infrared or visible or ultraviolet or X-rays or microwaves or radio waves, but this wavelength is in the region of microwave. Therefore this lambda max lies in the region of microwave of electromagnetic spectrum. Then let's go to the example number 16. A small blackened solid copper sphere of radius 2.5 centimeter is placed in an evacuated chamber. The temperature of the chamber is maintained at 100 degrees Celsius. At what rate energy must be supplied to the copper sphere to maintain its temperature at 110 degrees Celsius? Take Stephen's constant sigma to be 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 joule per second per meter square per Kelvin raised to 4 and treat the sphere as black body. So write down given quantities. Radius of sphere is given, that is 2.5 centimeter. Convert that in meter, that will be 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Then temperature T0 is 100 degrees Celsius, that is 373 Kelvin, and temperature of that copper sphere is 110 degrees Celsius, 383 Kelvin. Sigma is given 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 joule per second per meter square per degree Kelvin raised to 4, and we have to find rate of loss of heat. Here the temperature of copper sphere, means that body, is 110 degrees Celsius, that is 383 Kelvin, and T0 is temperature of evacuated chamber in which that sphere is kept. So that chamber is surrounding for that sphere. So 110 degrees Celsius is the temperature of body and T0 is the temperature of surrounding, and we know that rate of loss of heat is given by the formula dq upon dt is equal to sigma A T raised to 4 minus T0 raised to 4. Sigma is the Stephen's constant, which is given here. A is area of sphere. Area is not given, but radius is given. From that we can determine area of sphere. Area of sphere is given by the formula 4 pi r square. So we will have to keep the value of A, that will be 4 pi r square, formula of area. T is temperature of body, that is given 110 degree Celsius, that is 383 Kelvin, and T0 is temperature of chamber which is surrounding to that sphere, to which that sphere, copper sphere, is emitting the energy. So first of all, write the formula for area of sphere, which is 4 pi r square. Always remember, area of sphere, surface area of sphere is given by formula 4 pi r square. Now all values are given. Sigma is given, radius is given here, you can see 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2. Temperature of sphere, T is given, temperature of chamber means surrounding is given. Substitute all these values, do these calculations, check these calculations, and finally after doing these calculations we get answer dq upon dt, rate of loss of heat, equal to 9620 into 10 raised to minus 4. 9620 into 10 raised to minus 4 joule per second, because here it is dq upon dt, rate of loss of heat. SI unit of heat is joule and that of time is second. You can also write watt here. This is power of radiation, and power, SI unit of power is watt. So in place of joule per second you can write watt. So this answer can be written as 0.962, this 10 raised to minus 4. So the decimal point which is at after this 0, if we adjust that with this 10 raised to minus 4, the position of this decimal point will shift to the left by 4 decimal places. So it will be 0.962 watt. In place of this joule per second you can write watt. So this was example number 16, and finally example number 17. What is that example number 17? Find the temperature of a black body if its spectrum has a peak at, peak means maximum emissive power. This peak occurs at A, lambda max, equal to 700 nanometer, which is in visible region of electromagnetic spectrum. B, lambda max equal to 3 centimeter, which is in microwave region of electromagnetic spectrum. And C, lambda max equal to 3 meter, which are called as FM radio waves. Take Wien's constant B equal to 2.897 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter Kelvin. We know that when black body radiates heat energy in the form of electromagnetic waves, electromagnetic waves consist of different possible wavelengths. We have seen this in the part spectral distribution of black body radiation. If suppose black body radiates heat energy, then that electromagnetic waves consist of number of waves, different possible wavelengths. If we plot a graph of wavelength against emissive power, radiant power means emissive power, we get this type of graph. Then we get peak at one particular point. For example, at this 5000 Kelvin, the curve has a peak at this point. This is called as peak, at which this emissive power is maximum, and that occurs at particular wavelength. That wavelength is called as lambda max. This lambda max is different for different temperatures. Here you can see these different temperatures. So lambda max means maximum wavelength is different for different temperatures, and that value of emissive power is also different for different temperatures. In this case, these different values of lambda max are given. We have to find the corresponding temperatures. You can see in this graph, this lambda max is different for different temperatures. Lambda max here for 3000 lambda max is here, for 4000 lambda max is here, for this 5000 lambda max is here, somewhere here. So these values of lambda max, different lambda max are given. We have to find these different temperatures. Very simple example. Write down given quantities. First lambda max, we will call that as lambda max 1 equal to 700 nanometer, but convert that in meter. When you convert nanometer in meter, always remember 1 nanometer equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So this 700 into 10 raised to minus 9, but these two zeros are adjusted. So 10 raised to minus 9 plus this 10 raised to 2, that becomes 10 raised to minus 7 meter. Don't forget to convert that in SI unit, and SI unit of wavelength is meter. So that nanometer is converted in meter. Second lambda max is given, lambda max 2 equal to, that is 3 centimeter. Again convert this in meter, because centimeter is not SI unit of wavelength. So 3 centimeter will be 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Third lambda max is given, lambda max 3 equal to 3 meter. That is already given in SI unit. We have to find the temperatures T1, T2 and T3, and Wien's constant is B, 2.897 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter Kelvin. We have to find out temperature, but as there are 3 different values of lambda max, there will be 3 different temperatures. So use the formula. This is Wien's displacement law. We know lambda max equal to B upon T. So very simple example. From that we can write T1 equal to, for first lambda max, T1 will be, temperature will be T1, B upon lambda max 1. By rearranging this equation, by interchanging the positions of temperature and lambda max, we get this. So B is given, lambda max 1 is given. Substitute the values, do the calculations. See these calculations here, how these calculations are done. Check these calculations and divide this by 7. Finally you get answer 4138 Kelvin. You will get answer in SI unit, and SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. So this is first temperature T1. Similarly, we can calculate T2 and T3. T2 will be B upon lambda max 2. Now B is given, lambda max 2 is given. Substitute these values, do these calculations, and you get temperature 0.0966 Kelvin. Similarly, you can determine the value of T3. Same formula. T3 will be equal to B upon lambda max 3. Substitute these values, given values, and do the calculations. Finally, we get answer T3 equal to 0.966 into 10 raised to minus 3 Kelvin. So we have solved all examples from board book. Thank you for watching.